Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it's called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And I also need to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled. That means if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you need to subscribe to the channel. Now, I see we got some chatter going on already. Good evening, Anthony. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm doing well, thank you. And we also have Kesha in the house. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a very interesting stream you did regarding uh, papoose and what have you. Yes, follow her example and like and subscribe. Now, as always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel, whether it be from day one or just recently. I really appreciate all the love and support all of you have given me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, whether it be Facebook, whether it be YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, or any other type of social media. I really appreciate all the love and support all of you have given me. And I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so already, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have an opportunity to either catch it live and catch it on the playback. And also a shout out to all those who couldn't watch the stream, including those who watch from the clouds. Okay, so tonight's stream is going to be more of a humor stream. But before we get into the main topic, I'm going to have another episode in my words. Now, this time it's going to be a little bit more. The first part is going to be a serious talk about serious nature, and then the second part is just a more of a positive human interest story. That's something that we all need to hear and see from time to time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have another episode in my words. Now, the first part is going to be on the serious nature. Okay, I have discussed this topic previously in regards to self-deletion. Okay, unfortunately, there are people that every day they're going through trauma and they sense that the only way they can deal with it is to delete themselves. So I just want to let you know that that is not the solution. That there are resources out there to help you in case you do this, you have those thoughts. So, of course, there's the suicide hotline. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share something from my Instagram account. Just give me a moment. Okay, so just bear with me. I need to get, okay. So I'm going to mute myself and then play the message, the video I mean.
If you are thinking about taking your life today, I hope you listen to this quick thing that I have to say. I know you feel like you are really hopeless and alone, but you are more loved and wanted than you'll ever know. You woke up this morning because you have a greater purpose. Every breath you take is precious and your life is worth it. You're not alone. Pick up the phone and call this number, please. I've called it too. They help me through and put my mind at ease. So please remember that you matter and you are enough, because you are unique and you truly are so very loved.
Yes, um, that is very true. And these people, you can call them anytime, day, night, what have you, the weekend, what have you. And, they're not going to judge you. What they're going to do is they're going to help you through this crisis and help you to get the help that you need so you can recover uh, mentally and what have you. Um, of course, I have thought about self deletion and I was able to get help. So I just want to let everybody know that those who are struggling with that issue, please get the help that you need. And I see here we also have the presence of the 18th letter. Good evening, my cyber son. Thank you very much for stopping by. Now, what I'm going to do is on the other part, I'm going to share. This is a very positive message um, that I'm going to share with you. Just give me a moment. So now I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to mute myself again. Oops.
Mr. Coelho, you are charged with a school zone violation.
I don't drive that fast, Judge. I'm 96 years old and I drive slowly, and I only drive when I have to. I was going to the blood work for my boy. He's handicapped.
How old is your son?
63.
You were taking your son to the doctor's office?
Yeah, I take him for blood work
Mm-hmm.
every 2 weeks because he's got cancer.
You are a good man. You are a good man. You really are what America is all about. Here you are in your 90s, and you're still taking care of your family. That's just a wonderful thing for you. I wish the best for your son, and I wish you good health, and your case is dismissed. Good luck to you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Now, the reason why I chose to share this short video, I mean, think about it. It speaks a lot when you have a man that in his 90s that has what appears to be full control of his faculties, and he's still able to care for his son. Now, why is he caring for his son? We don't know. It could be that the son is an only child. It could be that the other siblings may have passed away, and then he's the only one left to take care of him. So it speaks a lot regarding the unselfish love that people have regarding their own family. Okay. And God bless him because he's in his 90s. So the average person lives to be 70 or 80 years old. So the fact that this individual, this wonderful man, he is in his 90s, and he's able to drive. He has his full mental capacities in check, what have you, and he's able to care for his son. That speaks positive. Okay. And you shout out to the man. Okay. God bless him. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into the main topic. As you can see by the thumbnail, the topic for tonight is the stupidity continues. Okay. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you want to look at it, we have people who perform acts of stupidity and foolishness, which gets recorded on social media, and we all have a chance to look at it. I mean, it could be therapeutic in the sense of what not to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some video clips. I'm probably going to be on for about an hour, maybe, depending whether or not people join the panel or there any commentary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a couple of clips. Just give me a moment. Now, I want to let everybody know that the link to join the panel has been pinned. So therefore, if anyone feels comfortable joining me on the panel, they can do so. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can just enter comments in the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Now I'm going to mute myself again.
Not to mention, your driving status is flagged. So you're not even supposed to be driving. So you're going to jail.
I didn't know.
While they figure out what to do with her, she apparently has other plans.
Yeah.
Watch this move.
What is she doing? Trying to steal your car. David 136, suspect just stole my vehicle. It's heading south.
The camera in the stolen police car shows the driver reaching speeds of over 90 miles an hour while handcuffed.
Oh God, there's another house.
With several police cars now in hot pursuit,
Oh God, oh God.
she heads toward an apartment complex. Then she jumps out of the moving car and makes a run for it.
Where'd she go? Is that her right there? There she is.
Come here now.
Anybody got a cage? She's wiry.
Apparently.
His car is right there.
I told you guys I didn't steal that car.
You just stole a police car.
Now I'm going to jail for over.
You stole a police car in front of 3 police officers.
Now I'm going to jail for something I did.
Well, there we go. Silver linings.
Okay. First of all, let's take. First of all, now I want to ask this question: why was a suspect allowed to enter the front row of the vehicle where the steering wheel is? I mean, excuse me? Now, I have never worked in law enforcement, but I've seen, I'm not cop shows and whatever. You do not place a suspect in the front seat of a police vehicle, particularly where the steering wheel is. Don't they usually go into the back seat? Okay, so number one. Number two, what was this lady trying to prove? Okay, trying to evade arrest. I mean, first of all, you steal a police vehicle and you suspect and you expect nothing to happen to you? Really? I mean, it's not even so much a carry. This is not even so much as a carry mode. This is more like an insane, like this person basically lost her marbles and decided to do something this stupid. Okay, so that's just really stupid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show another clip. Let's see. Now, when you okay. Now, when you think of professional football players, you're talking about people who make millions a year to catch a football and run. Apparently, I'm going to show you a clip of someone that apparently did not get the memo. So, one moment, please. Okay. See my point? Okay. I forgot who's the name of this wide receiver, okay? But come on now. Come on. You get paid millions of dollars to catch a football and then run. And you can't even catch a bloody football. Okay. That speaks volumes. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share another clip. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. Now, many of us have flown on an airplane, and sometimes we experience, some inconveniences, like like having to fly in bad weather, or having to wait to take off and land because there's a lot of air traffic, what have you. Also, the issues where people can act a little bit rude or obnoxious. Well, I'm going to share with you something that actually happened on a flight. Okay. The story speaks it for itself. So, what I'm going to do is share my screen and then mute myself.
Had a passenger had diarrhea all the way through the airplane.
After a passenger took a dump down the center aisle, this plane had to turn around and go back to Atlanta. No, I'm not kidding. On September 1st, a Delta A350 took off from Atlanta and it was headed to Barcelona, Spain, but it never got there. One of the over 300 passengers had diarrhea and it got all down the center aisle. This is not a joke. And when the pilot was asked why he wanted to come back to Atlanta, he said, quote, "It's just a biohazard issue. We had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta." The flight ended up being delayed just over 8 hours. I can't imagine how irritated those passengers were, but they ended up having to replace the carpet in the plane. Delta said in a PR message, "We sincerely apologize to our customers for the delay and inconvenience to their travel plans." No kidding. This type of incident happens more regularly than you think. Just previously this year, it happened on an Air Canada flight and an Air France flight. This is probably the weirdest story I've ever covered.
Now, now I have a very good question. What on earth did that passenger eat that caused him to have such a huge case of diarrhea that the plane had to return to Atlanta? Number one, and number two, to make matters worse, poop along the entire length of the plane. Could you imagine? Okay, could you imagine the smell? I mean, I hate to even think about it. I mean, and we're talking about a flight from Atlanta to Barcelona, Spain. So you're talking about maybe a 5 or 6 hour flight under normal circumstances. But think how pissed the passenger were when, first of all, they gotta get exposed to the stench of poop. Number one, and then the fact of the matter is the plane had to be returned to Atlanta, and there was a delay for 8 hours. That means you had people that couldn't check in, that couldn't begin their vacations because of someone pooped all over the plane. And then they try to use air freshener to try to take away the stench. I just like to know what on earth did excuse me, what on earth did the passenger eat? Now I understand. I excuse me. Now I understand that people might eating something that may cause them to become ill, but to poop for the entire length of the plane, that is insane. Okay, I would just like to know what the heck happened. I mean, did they set this passenger the bill for hadn't I mean, they have the carpet removed? Not to mention all the inconvenience that caused all the other 299 passengers on that plane. And just imagine this. You are in a plane for a good 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so basically you're stuck. So it's not like you cannot open up the window and let the air out and let the stench out. I mean, you have to be there and smelling all this crap. Okay, and this is for a long flight. So you figure, I mean, I don't know what to say, but talking about massive stupidity, that's a good example right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a couple more clips. Okay. Now, the next clip I'm going to show you is we have a case of someone who's entitled. Okay. Now, I don't know what's happening with some of these people. It's like the expectations that some people have when it comes to dating is off the chain. Okay. They don't want to have a coffee date. They want people to spend like hundreds of dollars just to talk with them. I mean, my goodness gracious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen again and we will watch it.
Afraid to court me or take me out on a $300 date because.
What is this?
A sign?
Oh, my neighbor's a Karen?
Yeah.
This is against the rules.
No, it's not. Can you move away from my
I'm
sign?
confiscating.
No, you're not.
Stop!
Go.
This man doesn't take it from Karen.
This lady right here came in to harass me because I'm picking up my daughter from school, and it.
His name.
I apologize for stopping the video abruptly. It's just that I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike or a copyright claim. But I mean, look, spending $300 on a date? Really? Really? Now it's one thing, okay, it's one thing if you wanted to, take someone to a nice place to eat, a movie, what have you, or even just coffee, just to get to know the person. But spend $300 just to talk and try to get to know someone? I don't think so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share another clip. Now, in all fairness, we've seen this before. Okay, this is regarding the chick that threw her boyfriend's mother's ashes down the river because she cheated on her. Okay, okay. First of all, there are all other things she could have done to, to deal with someone who cheated. How about like ending the relationship and just going your separate ways or what have you? But well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen again. Okay. Good evening, Don Amando. Thank you very much for stopping by. The topic is the stupidity continues. So I'm going to show on that.
I get crazy, 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 I get crazy.
Now, this is more criminal than stupid. And I see we have a comment. Yeah. But look, there are so many ways that she could have handled that situation. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, the dude cheated on her. Okay, there's so many things she could have done. What about breaking up with the guy and just going to support him? Or what about therapy? Or what about confronting him regarding her suspicions? But to take your boyfriend's mother's ashes, throw it over the river? Why? Why? What did that accomplish? Yes, that was cold. I agree. I agree. I mean, look, it's more criminal than, I mean, it's stupid, but it's also criminal at the same time. Okay? The fact that you show such disrespect to a person that's no longer here on planet Earth. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like someone going to a person's grave and urinating or defecating. Okay, it's basically the same. It's the same principle. And my thing is this. And again, she could have just simply dumped the guy, okay, and then go her merry way after after she get therapy to deal with the the trauma, because one of the problems that we have is we have people who break up a relationship and then get into another relationship without having whatever issues or trauma being resolved. Okay, because what happens when you do that is you're bringing the emotional drama, the emotional garbage from one dead relationship into another relationship, and you make it poisoned simply because you have not dealt with whatever trauma that you experienced from the other relationship. But and of course, men are just as guilty as well. So I don't want to make it sound like that I'm attacking women, but people act foolish, both male and female. So what I'm going to do is show a couple more clips. Okay. Now the next clip I'm going to show you, it's more humorous. I mean, it appears that a guy sneezes at a dog, and we're going to see what was the dog's reaction. Okay, and dogs have they have a certain amount of intelligence as well. So what I'm going to do is share my screen again.
Give it. Where are you going?
You're not gonna get sick.
You're not gonna get sick.
But you know something? In all fairness, I don't blame the dog. I mean, who likes being sneezed at? I mean, particularly now when the cases of C19 is going up again, and then person sneezes on you. I mean, really, that dog is not that stupid. I mean, but you know what? People don't think, and that's a problem. People do not think, and then they're wondering why they have the outcomes that they do have. Okay, but you know what? I don't blame the dog at all. Okay, and by the way, I happen to be I love dogs. Okay, I have never owned a dog, um, partly because I don't have. Okay, let me put it this way: if I'm gonna take, if I have to be able, if I'm gonna have a dog as a pet, I'm gonna need to be able to know how to feed them, take them walks, take them to the vet. And unfortunately, I don't have the time for all that. Okay. Plus, where I'm at, technically you're not supposed to have dogs unless they are an emotional support animal. And I don't want to have to go through all the red tape just to do that. Okay. But it's funny. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is show you maybe one or two more clips and then call it a night. Just to remind everybody, the topic for tonight is the stupidity continues. So basically, I'm just showing videos of people acting stupid on social media. Okay. And there'll never be an endless supply of people doing stupid things and showing it on social media. So I'm just going to share my screen and then mute myself.
The jury has found you guilty of first-degree murder. I hereby sentence you to 2,500 consecutive life sentences plus 1,000 years. Once you pass away, you will receive an attempted escape charge with an additional 200 years being added to your sentence, which you will begin serving in the afterlife once you get to hell. Should you be reincarnated after your death and return to Earth as another person, you will be arrested at birth and you will spend your entire next life in the state penitentiary. The jury has found you guilty of
Now, I don't know whether that was a real court case or that was a skit. Because think about it, 2,500 lifetime terms. Let's just assume for the sake of argument that the average lifetime is 70 years. So you're talking about about 17 or 18,000 years, plus in addition to 2,000 years. Okay. Then to die and get reincarnated, you get arrested and spend more time in jail. Okay. I think the judge is trying to make a point. That point is that person is never going to see the light of day for murder. Again, I don't know whether this is I don't know whether this is a skit, but it's when you think about it, it's stupid, but it's also funny at the same time. Basically, what this person's never going to see the light of day. Just to think about that. Now, I'm going to show another clip. Just give me a moment. Now, this next clip it's foul and it's cold. Okay, look. A man put away money so for his son who's sick and needs a medical procedure, which costs thousands of dollars. And this thing takes $10,000 and blows it on a concert. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the video clip, and then we'll discuss it.
I just went to a concert.
My baby mama ain't even got access to my money.
So what?
You got
I went to a concert.
This wife stole $10,000 from her husband to attend Beyonce concert, and this money was for his son's medical bill.
What? So how my $10,000 just disappeared? It just automatically disappeared?
I spent it.
That was my hard-working money for my kid so he can have a life.
I don't care.
I don't care what you don't care about. You got to care about my kid. That's what you need to care about. Because what if this was your life? What if this was your life?
Your baby
What if this was your life? I came to your house.
Your baby mom needs to take care of her kids. Bro, like,
you need to go find my money.
No, I'm not.
That's what you need to go. You need to do.
I'm not giving you your money.
Why you sitting here talking? Go find my money.
Your money. I have
get
fun.
Back to my account.
I have fun, and you don't even take no.
This is just sad. This man videotaped his confrontation to his wife for allegedly stealing $10,000 from his account that was saved to pay for his son's surgery. However, she took that money to attend Beyonce concert. No concert should be above your kid's life. What do you think about her action?
I just went to a concert.
My baby mama.
What I think about it, first of all, it's heartless, selfish. This self-entitled witch blew $10,000 on a concert. Do you know how hard it is to put away $10,000? Do you know how many hours this man had to put in? Or maybe this person had to borrow money. I don't know. And mind you, this is to save his son's life. And this woman who's his wife, being so careless, selfish, and self-entitled, couldn't care less. If I was that man, I would file for a divorce. Okay? Because there's selfishness, entitlement, and then there's this. And could you imagine the grief that this man may have to go through if his son passes away? Because this took his hard-earned money that he scrimped and saved and sacrificed to go to a concert. And regardless whether or not she's not the biological mother, okay, the fact of the matter is she knew when she married the dude that the dude had a child, okay? And of course, we're going to do whatever we can for the well-being of our children. So, and we hear all the time when Men are dusty. Men are crap. Men are garbage. Men are whatever. Okay. Good evening, Costa. Thank you very much for stopping by. Now, I mean, we hear all the time that men are supposed. Black men are dusty. Black men are garbage. They're nothing but a bunch of pookies and ray-rays. Okay. And again, here's this dude that slave that worked hard to put away money so his son can live, and she couldn't care. She can care less. Really, really. That's like that's. I mean, you know what's that's even worse than the chick who threw her ex-boyfriend's mother's ashes in the river. I mean, okay. Well, both situations are bad, but this is even worse. Okay, because this child may die because of this her selfishness and her sense of entitlement. Okay, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, look, there's no words that can describe my utter disgust from this person. But unfortunately, people like that exist. And which is something that I've said briefly when I was in Kisha's train earlier tonight, that people need to do a better job vetting these people. Okay. And I mean both sexes, both male and female. Okay. Because both male and female have made poor choices when it comes to relationships, marriages, and what have you. So you really have to vet these people. Okay. And then if there's red flags, pay attention to them. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna share one more video clip. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna end this with another self-entitled chick. So what I'm gonna do is share my screen, then mute myself, and then I'll give you my take on all of this.
It's not about you saving up. You want someone to spend a bag on you off rip. I don't know who finna do it because you're a 5 and that's being nice. So you're saying if I was a 10 you, then you would spend a bag on me off rip. See, you men are so simple-minded. You're not even thinking about what you're saying. You're basically saying women do deserve for you to spend a bag off a rip off of them. So you do need to get your money up. So you do need to get a second, third job because there are women who deserve you to blow a bag on them off rip. Okay, well, I'm telling you, I am that woman for some men. Okay, it may not be you, but you're broke, so who cares? I am that woman that men feel they need to spend a bag off of rip with, and that's just facts. So.
Now, let me make this perfectly clear. She could be actual 10. I wouldn't spend money on a $1,000 on a bag. I'm sorry. No way. No way. And the sense of self-entitlement that this delusional, well, you can see for herself, okay? Look, I know I'm fat. Okay. Let's see what was being said. Let me tell you something. The entitlement, it's cringeworthy when you think about it. Okay? I remember, okay, let me put it this way. There was once a time, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 years ago, where if a dude was interested in a chick, okay, they would meet for coffee, maybe go to a nice place to eat, and then maybe have a talk, and then they try, and then they try to learn a little bit about each other. Okay. Nowadays, some of these modern women expect you to spend incredible amounts of money just to talk. Talk. Okay? Maybe they'll give you the box. And I say maybe. I wouldn't accept the box from this chick. Okay? Let's see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Let me tell you what she's entitled to. She's entitled to therapy. She's entitled to a straitjacket. She's entitled to undergo a 72-hour self-confinement in an institution while she gets her meds, whatever meds that she needs in order to come to reality. Yeah. But she's definitely not worth any guy with any gray matter to spend huge amounts of money. And for what? For what? Okay? And this is the problem when it comes to dating. Some of these women are so delusional and they have these crazy expectations, okay? They expect the guy to be 6 feet tall, have a six-pack, and make a six-figure income or more. And even if they do find it, such a person, they want even more expectations, and they want the guy to go through all these hoops, okay? And that they don't want to bring anything to the table. They don't want to discuss what the guy is expecting. But yeah, if the men try to show the same attitude that the women show, oh my goodness, talking about having a nervous breakdown, talking about, come on. Unfortunately, this is what some people have to deal with the dating scene. Okay, but I just wanted this evening is to be you know tongue in cheek and to have discussion regarding okay. Yeah, you know what? I agree. I agree. Now I have been talking, basically doing a monologue for over an hour. Okay, so if anyone wants to hit the link and join the panel and say a couple of words, by all means do so. If anyone has any further comments, you can enter in in the chat. If neither thing happens, then I'll start to wrap this up because I think I made my point. Okay, which is unfortunately we have people of both sexes who act foolishly on social media. Okay, now I see here we have a guest. So I just want to let people know that the views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your right to your image. Some of the views people may be considered offensive to some viewers. If we do not like the channel content, you can block the channel. And now we're going to have our special greeting for our guests.
Good
evening, Donna
Jose.
Malcolm. How you
Good
doing
evening,
tonight?
Don Jose. I'm all right. Just chilling and you know,
So
just
what do you think?
working.
So what do you think? I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm just working on my Keurig machine that my late friend gave me. So I'm just trying to
Okay.
put it into good use.
Okay. So what do you think about the topic? The stupidity. The stupidity continues.
I mean, yeah, because you do have stupid people. Well, I hate to say it, and not to talk about the other night. You actually saw one of those stupid individuals on your chat room. Not me, of course, but you know, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So the stupidity, it actually continues with a lot of people, and haters too.
Okay. Well, first of all, good evening, King Macho. Thank you very much for stopping by. Actually, tonight's stream was meant to be more like tongue in cheek, and one thing that we will continue to see on social media is people doing stupid things.
Yeah, you're right about that. Man, I'm just laughing at a joke that one of my homies wound up and sent me. Dag.
But look. And the thing that gets me is that I think they know that they're being recorded, but yet people do stupid things too. Oh my goodness! Good evening, Gigi. Thank you very much for
Powder
stopping
is
by.
one heck of a drug.
Yeah, but you know what? All I can say is, bless their hearts. I mean, bless their hearts because it's like they're on. It's like they have to be on stupid mode.
Yep.
Yeah. But and I'm sure you've seen some of the stupidity on social media as well.
Yeah, I saw someone that had me laughing the other day, right?
Yeah.
How some Hispanic type was saying that was pointing at his skin color and saying like, "Hey, this is Columbus." That joint had me laughing. I'm like, I was, I, I was just laughing. I was like, "Tag, the stupid stuff that people put on TikTok. It ceased to amaze me."
Gigi, if you're able to join the panel, the link has been pinned. If not, I get it because you know, we all, you may be occupied. You might be working or what have you, but it's just that I wanted to do something that was like more tongue in cheek.
Now, but I just want to say that I actually started my new group, right? So therefore, I guess I'm gonna get by the Southern Poverty stuff as a hate group. But this is I just actually started a group, and it is actually called the Shave Supremacist. You get what I'm trying to say? I mean, let's just I'm just putting it out there. I just can't stand hairy people. You know what I'm saying? And certain people need a shave. So therefore, I'm just calling myself a shave supremacist. So I'm just so I have like maybe 5 members in my group and everything like that. So live long to shave supremacy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? To each one's own. That's all I'm gonna. To each one's own. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, whatever. I mean, but
I hear you.
But when I think about some of the things, it's like sometimes I wonder, are they skits or it's actually real? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh, Gigi, I actually caught the last stream that the Al Show did, and he made his announcement stating that he's not going to air any more content on that channel. But you know what? To each one's own. But if you don't mind me asking, how's your better half?
She's doing good. She has to wake up early in the morning, so I'm just chilling with the 2 pets.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I don't blame you. I mean, well, I will say this about Al. Okay. If you are suffering from insomnia and you want to find a way to fall asleep, I mean, you can actually listen to his content, and you'll be able to go to sleep easily. 1, 2, 3. Good evening, Irby. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, me personally, I would rather listen to a certain person's talking points and their inaccuracies of history. I mean, at the end of the day, this is one thing I got to say. For people who get offended by Columbus, I laugh at them too. You know what I'm saying? Columbus didn't do shit for me. I mean, like, come on. Let's be real. The dude who went up and he died in poverty, right? So he went up and said that he discovered what we know as America. But yeah, how the heck are you going to discover something where people was already living on it? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, first of all, okay, now I know people that no, they have like a whole bunch of different takes regarding Christopher Columbus. Okay. Uh all this in an attempt to discover a route to India. So basically he got lost and ended in you know Latin America, and like you said, he died in poverty. Okay. But you know who who was really foolish? The people that still follow Donald Trump.
Trust me. I I tell you, only follow Donald Trump for maybe one thing, right?
Yeah.
Mostly DeSantis because he actually passed a law saying that he was gonna execute SOs and other violators. Violators of women and children. So I would
Yes.
actually vote for DeSantis because he's doing something right. If they were to actually pass those laws in the North, I would actually say that it would not fly because that's where most of the power base lives at. Sorry to say.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, his campaign is not doing very well. In fact, um, he has lost people that were previously donating to his campaign. And it's going to look like it's going to be Biden versus Trump again.
Mm, yeah, but to me, it's this. I think we in the United States we need a lot of new blood because think about it. Trump is like 79 and Biden's like maybe 80 something, right?
Mhm. Yes.
So for him to actually say for everybody to be saying, "Hey, we want this president" or everything like that. How you know that? Sorry to say, no disrespect to the two contenders, but how how you expect that one of them is going to really actually live? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you had like some 40s and 50 years old, okay, but these guys, wow, they just it's just I think we just need to have some new blood run. That's all. That's my opinion.
Well, you know what? I said this before on social media, and I'm going to say it again.
Yeah. To
No one over 60 should be running for any type of political office.
you want to know something to that person that said that they can't stand fake Dominicans? It's funny. You had a whole year to try to say that I'm a fake Dominican and everything like that, right? But you have no proof. Oh yeah, I know about your little groups on Telegram too. You ain't fooling nobody.
Okay. But, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. First of all, this is what I think. If we ever going to get things right in this country, we're going to need new blood. We're going to need people with new ideas. Okay. And that's going to be coming from people definitely much younger than I am. Okay. I mean, look, I'm approaching retirement age. Okay. So I'm going to get to this stage in my life when I'm going to be retired and I'm going to be thinking about enjoying the rest of my life. I'm sorry. anyone. I mean, some of these politicians are like 80, 90 years old, and they're still in office. But what's the crazy part is these people continue to vote these people in every election. Now that's stupidity. That's actually stupidity. Okay, look, let's okay, look, let's try to be a little bit more civil, guys, okay? But I mean, look, stupid no, what massive stupidity is to continue to do the same thing again and again and again and again, and then you try to get a different result. I say, you know what? Next, no one over 60 should be in politics, and let the young people have a crack. They cannot do anything. They cannot do any worse than what we have now, as far as the people in politics. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I agree. But you know what's actually stupid that somebody's saying that I'm being investigated? We all know it's just people, it's just a whole bunch of idiots using AI with my voice. Like, come on, that's child's play. I'll tell you, certain people are just so fucking stupid. I mean, come on. You want to go around and track me all these fucking months. You want to try to make a fucking case on me. Ain't gonna fucking work. I know you're fucking on plans. It's your ass, nigga. Faggot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to say this, but like, come on. You gotta have some smart people right there. You got some stupid ass people. It doesn't take a motherfucker who's educated or in college or something like that to actually say like, oh yeah, the feds are investigating you. Okay. But guess what? You're investigating these nuts too, right? I'm just saying that.
Okay. Maybe you two need to go to a boxing ring and try to resolve your issues that way. Just as a thought. But I mean, when I take a look, first of all, you have Nancy Pelosi. She's like 83. Yeah, Dianne Feinstein. She's like 98 or close to 90. You have who is the minority leader in the Senate. That every time he speaks, he freezes, and it's like. And what gets me is that these people will vote. I mean, there are people that will continue to vote these people into office. And I'm sure there are other people who are just, who are at least as qualified with some fresh ideas.
Yep.
Okay. But at this point, I think what I'll do is I'll start to wrap this up because I said what needed to be said. What you thought about some of the video clips that I shot that you've seen?
I mean, if you actually look at it, there's a lot of there's a lot of stupid people around. There's actually was one of them in the chat room right now. So I'm not going to go around and say names. People will say that I'm a fake Dominican without no proof. I mean, they had a whole year, and they could say that, oh yeah, he's faking stuff. But for a whole year, you had a whole chat room just about me. So who's really stupid at the end? I don't have a chat room about anybody. I'm not going to go around and talk about a person and then save their own videos. So therefore, I could make videos on their page. Now, with that said, if a person is so invested and just to try to prove that I am not Dominican. And you making all these fake pages using AI mimics, so therefore I could get in trouble with the feds. Nice try. We all know it's you. I was warned already. That's all I got to say. So stupid people are going to be stupid people. I don't pay attention to none of them.
Okay.
This guy's stupid. But yeah, you're the one that be sending pictures to naked you be sending naked pictures to women that you meet on TikTok. Nice try, bozo.
Okay. That's right. Okay. All right. So what do you have planned as far as streams for in the near future?
Oh yeah. Me and my wife, we're about to start doing streams, about topics that the Hispano tips don't really talk about. So it's like right now, what's going on in the Dominican and Republic and Haiti. I could actually say that when I get my Dominican citizenship, which should be soon, I'm going to be voting for Yadira because I think that she'll be good for their own country. But then again, a lot of people are saying that Abinader is a traitor. I don't know really his politics because it's wishy-washy. So I just have to keep my ears to Dominican news and what the politicians and what Dr. Farul is saying. So my stream's about to be a little bit political. And RP to that little boy, Nicolas Dominici. He didn't have to pass it like that.
No. Well, in all fairness, I know nothing about the current president of the Dominican Republic, so I'm gonna have to do some research as far as as far as who he is, what he's trying to do with the Dominican Republic. But the fact of the matter is that that child did not need to die. Okay, we can all agree on that. Okay, and just to highlight something that I mentioned earlier. Okay, earlier I showed a video clip regarding people who are thinking about deleting themselves. That there is the suicide helpline. So I'm gonna ask people, if they know anyone that's thinking about deleting themselves or whatever, is please encourage them to reach out to the suicide hotline. And there are other resources where people can go and get help. Because unfortunately, when you are in that state, it's very hard to see a solution. But as a person
I could say that.
Yeah, but as a person that actually thought about deleting myself, I'm thankful that I did not, because what happened is I would have left a lot of scars for my family, and my family's been too much already. So
exactly.
So do you have any closing remarks regarding the topic?
Yeah. I'm just going to keep it positive because, there's a lot of negative people out here. People are going to be stupid. You just have to wisen up.
Okay. Do you wish to stay a little bit for the backstage, or you pressed for time?
No, I ain't pressed for time. I'm chilling.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you in the backstage. Thank you very much, and also.
Anytime.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you in the backstage. Now I'm gonna give you my final thoughts. This topic meant to be lighthearted and to be tongue in cheek, regarding the silliness and stupidity that people do. Okay. And when it comes to people doing stupid things, the best thing to do is just let people do whatever they want to do and bury themselves. Okay. I, for my part, choose not to be involved with the stupidity. Okay. And first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for everyone that appeared on the chat. Thank you, and thank Don Armando for stopping by. So my next stream will be on Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, where we will have another episode of open discussion. So basically, what happens is I'll talk about multiple topics, and I'll of course encourage the audience to share their point of view. Okay, and also if they have anything that they wish me to discuss, they may do so. Just keep it respectable. That's all I ask. The link has been pinned on King Macho. Let me try. Okay, just give me a moment. Now, if you're going to join the backstage, King Macho, let's keep it civil, okay? Okay. This is going to be a little bit overboard. Now, what I'm gonna ask is the following. If you cannot say anything positive about someone, and I'm going to address it to everybody involved, the best thing is not to say anything at all. Okay. If you want to go on, if people want to go on their platforms and blast people, that's perfectly fine. Please do not bring it to my platform. Please. And I'm asking this out of courtesy and out of respect. Thank you very much, Irby, for stopping by. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this the same way that I always end it. Is that we must do everything possible to minimize our contact with the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by the stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. Thank you very much for your participating. And of course, people can, if they wish to enter comment after the stream is over, do so, but just keep it respectable. Okay? So I'm just going to say good night, take care, and peace.